All right, you guys. So when you go to a restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant, one thing that you're kind of always expected to do is leave a tip, right? So the servers don't make, so we have minimum wage that almost all workers cannot make below a certain amount. So I think in Georgia it might be like, I don't know, $7.50 or something like that. But servers don't make minimum wage. They make about $2, maybe $3 an hour. So that's why it's so important for us as we go into a sit down restaurant. It's so important for us to tip them because that is most of their money. Did you guys know that? Servers make very little money per hour, less than anyone else, but they work for tips. That's what they work for. All right. So if you guys are going to a restaurant, well, let's talk about Roger. Roger went to a restaurant and he spent $60 on his meal, and then he wants to leave a 18% tip. So once you have ordered everything on the menu that you want, then they add sales tax to the total, and then you pay a tip on the entire bill, including sales tax, just so you know. That's the way you're supposed to do it. If you don't want to leave a tip, then you shouldn't go to a sit-down restaurant because it's hard work. And if you go sit in a restaurant, you should be expected to tip. That's just my opinion. Of course, if you have a horrible service, that's something different. But if you have a good service, they do a good job, you should be willing to tip them. All right. So now they're going to show you on the slide, which I have hidden, how to use the percent proportion to figure out the tip. However, I'm just going to show you the quick and easy way. So if you want to know what is the tip only, so Roger paid $60 for his meal, and I want to know how much tips should I tip my server, just that tip amount? Well, you're going to turn that 18% into a decimal, move that decimal 2 places to the left, and you're simply going to multiply 60 times 18. So 60 times 18, and going out to eat, this is what you need to do. You need to pay about 20% tip. So you take that total bill and multiply it by 0.2 or 0.20, and that's how much tip you should leave. All right, so we're going to multiply 8 times 0, 0. 6 times 8 is 48. Bring down a 0, 0, 6. So once we have our decimal in the right spot, so 2 numbers behind the decimal. So on that bill, you should add a $10.80 tip. Okay, so if the question is, what is the tip only? Your answer is $10.80. However, sometimes the question might be, did I start recording this? I don't think I did. Yes, I did. Sometimes the question will be, how much did Roger pay in all, including the tip? Well, how do I get that amount? Okay, Jeremy. Somebody unmute and tell me, how am I going to get the whole amount? What Roger paid for his meal, including tip? What am I going to do, guys? Somebody tell me. I'll just keep singing. I'm gonna wait for someone to tell me. Oh, Karen chatted me. She said, you're going to add how much the meal was, which was $60, plus the tip. So we're going to line up those decimals, and we figure out that Roger paid a total, including tip, of $70.80. Okie dokie. So that's what Roger had to pay. All right, now you can do all that with the percent proportion, but to me, this way is going to be so much quicker and easier for you. But I'll show you the percent proportion anyway. Here's our 18% over 100. We're going to cross multiply and divide, and still we get the same answer as $10.80. Now, if we wanted only the total price of the meal, including tax, think of the meal as 100% of the price, plus we're going to add 18% more. So really what Roger's paying is 118% for his meal. He's paying 118% of the total meal. And so now that's why this amount right here that I'm circling with my mouse is 118. And just knowing the total without necessarily worrying about how much the tip by itself is $70.80. All right, does that make sense? So how do we find the percent of a number? Everybody repeat after me. Turn the percent into a decimal and multiply. Everybody say it. turn the decimal, I'm sorry, turn the percent to a decimal and multiply. Okay. Everybody good on the screen? Can I move on? All right, so that's what you guys are going to do on these. So this is one of the screens or the slides I asked you guys to print. So I'm going to let you guys do these three right here. We're going to do this one together. Okay. It says find the amount of markup. So something increases in price of a 250% on a $42 computer program. So it's going to be more than $42. Just like when you leave tips or you pay sales tax, you're paying more than the original price, right? So for this one, we are just simply going to turn this 250% into a decimal. What would the decimal be if we move our decimal up 2 places? That's the decimal. 2.5, exactly, 2.5 or 2.50 is the same thing. And we're going to simply multiply 42 by 2.5. And of course, you guys should be using your calculators probably. You don't have to, but you can. So $42 times 2.5. So they're going to add $105 to the price. So the answer isn't find the amount of markup. Oh, well, so that is the markup. So if it asks what's the total you would pay for this product, the last thing you would do is add 42 back to it. But it only wants to know what is the markup. How much are they adding to it? Do you understand? Jenna Kate, I didn't get that. Did I put it in wrong? No, I think it's right. Do it again. Do 42 times 4.5. Or excuse me, 2.5, Jenna Kate. Let me know if you get it right. Did you try it again? All right. Any questions? Okie dokie. So I want you guys to, we'll call this number 1. I want you guys to send me the answers to number 1, number 2, and number 3. Make sure you read what they want. Do they want only the sales tax or do they want the total amount together? All right. So I want 3 answers from all of you. Ready, set, go.
Am I late?
All right, y'all be careful. Number one is asking for the total price, not just the sales tax. Okay, you got to read what they are asking you for. Good, Kaylee. Number two looks good. Aileen, that's a little too high, sweetie. Good, Kellen. James, I didn't get that, babe. You got to multiply what you typed to me times $46. Good, James.
Can you see me better?
I can't hear you. Are you talking, Christian?
Can you see me better?
Hold on one second. They're making an announcement. I can't hear you, buddy.
Can you see me better?
Karen, those are all correct. Good job. Kaylee, I didn't get what you got, sweetie. That's not what I got. The last two answers you sent me. Good, Evan. Good, good, good. On the last one, it asked for two separate answers, though, Evan, okay? Kellen, that is correct. Very good. Nevaeh, yeah. Oops. Look at your grand total on the last one, Nevaeh, okay? There you go, Kaylee. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah, I can see you, Christian. Jenna Kate, you got number 2, right? Double check those decimals. Make sure they're in the right spot. Yay, Eileen, very good. You're really, really close, Peyton. Very close. All right, I'm going to be quiet for about 30 more seconds. Everybody try to finish. Don't go to sleep. Wakey, wakey. Everyone's working. All right, guys, let's go over these. If you didn't quite finish, that's fine, but please write down the steps, especially if you missed them, okay? All right, so number one, ask the total cost. So you really have to pay attention. Are they wanting just the sales tax, or are they asking for the total cost like they are on this one? So think of it. So if you pay $25, think of that, that's 100% of the price, right? And then we're going to add 7 more percent. So really the total cost is going to be 107% of $25. So one way you could do this problem is by moving that decimal 2 places to the left and multiplying 1.07 times 25 to find out the grand total, which is 107% of 25. And you would get the final answer in one step of $26.75. Now, if that confuses you and you don't want to do it that way, you can still multiply 25 times 0.07 for just the sales tax. If you do that, you'll get $1.75, right? And several of you sent me that answer, $1.75 in sales tax. But then to get the total price, you still have to add $25 plus that sales tax. And you'd get the same answer we did earlier, $26.75. So number one is $26.75. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of scribbling, but that's it. All right, number two, how much is the sales tax only? It doesn't ask for the full amount, only the sales tax. So we want to know what is 9% of 46. So we're going to turn 9% into a decimal. Here's the decimal at the end. We're moving it up 2 places. So 9% as a decimal is 0.09. So we're simply multiplying 46 times 0.09. And if we put that in our calculator, we get $4.14. That's how much sales tax you would pay on $46. Any questions on those two? Okay. And then the last one asks for two different things. First, it wants the amount of the tip, and then it wants the total price. So the first thing I want to know is what is 15% of 55? So I'm going to turn 15% into a decimal, move that decimal 2 places to the left, 1, 2, and we're going to multiply $55 times 0.15 to get how much tip. I don't know if I said sales price tax. The tip would be, what would that be? $8.25. Everybody get that? Just for the tip. And then how do we get the total price, guys? What are we going to do with $8.25? Yeah, we're going to add our amount of our meal to it. So we're going to add $55 plus the $8.25. And we would get $63.25. That's the last one. All right. How do we feel about that, everybody? Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, babe. All right. I'm going to move on unless someone says, wait, please. Give me just a second. Anybody need me to wait? No? All righty. Oh, somebody did say, wait, please. Okay, I will be patient. I love that you're writing that down. And I am recording this as well, so you can go back and watch it if you need to. All right, we good? Okay. All right, I'm gonna move on then. Like I said, I am recording this, and I'll put this on Canvas, the recording, if you need to. Yep, it's exactly, Kaylee. You're exactly right. All right, and then here are the prices that we already came up with because we're so smart. All right, now sometimes, like I said yesterday or whenever we met last, sometimes you want to buy something at the store, and how many times does your mom go, no, it's too expensive? So yeah, that happens to all of us constantly. So we're waiting for something to go on sale or just to be discounted or to be marked down. All those things mean the same thing, right? So on the last ones, all our prices were increasing because we were adding sales tax or we were adding a tip. However, on these, we will be subtracting from our original amount. If there's a sale and the price increases, then that is the worst sale I've ever heard of, right? The price should go down. So it says normally a video game costs $22. It's on sale for 25% off. So I want to take off 25% of the price. So once again, sometimes you have different questions. One question might be, what is the amount of the discount? Just the price that's being taken away. Or a lot of times you'll see, what is the final cost of a product That's 25% off. So just like we were thinking of last time, if $22 represents 100% of the price, and we're subtracting away 25% of the price, then what percent of the price are we going to pay? We're going to pay 75% of the cost. So if you think that way and that makes sense to you, then you can figure out what the final product price is in one step. So what I would do is turn 75% into a decimal, and I would multiply 22 times 0.75. So 22 times 0.75, I'm going to pay $16.50 for that product, for that video game. Okay. Now, if it asks for you to find the discount, how much are they subtracting? Then you're going to figure out what is 25% of $22. So 22 times 0.25 is $5.50. So they're taking $5.50 away from $22. And if I subtracted 22 minus 550, I'm going to get my sale price of $16.50. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so they've set up two separate proportions here for you. If you want to know the discount amount, like I said, we're finding 25% of 22. And once you cross multiply and divide, you see that the discount amount is $5.50. The other way is to think about it in percentages. If you take 25% away from 100%, that means you're paying 75%, which is why they have 75 right here. And we cross multiply and divide, we find out that the total cost after the discount is $16.50. Yeah, Keely, if I lose you, sweetie, I have this recorded. Okay, babe? All right, so let's try some. Well, we'll do a few more. All right, so once again, we have a television that was $1,200, and this week it's marked down to 10% off. So 10% of 1,200, I'm going to turn my percent into a decimal, 0.10. And if I find 10%, 1,200 times 0.10, I'm going to find out that they're going to take off $120 from the original price. Okay, so how am I going to find out the final price that this TV is going to be listed for? What would I do now? What would I do? What would I do? I'm going to subtract. Exactly right. I'm going to take my original price. I'm going to subtract from it $120, and I would get $1,080. This television is now $1,080. So if they take 10% off of 100% of the price, what percent of the price am I paying? Listen to me. If $1,200 is 100% of the price and they take off 10% of the price, what percent of the price will I be paying? Kaylee's the only one that answered me. What's 100% minus 10%, guys? Yeah, 90%. Exactly. So 90% of 1,200 is $1,080. 90% of 1,200 is $1,080. All right, so they're showing you this percent proportion. First thing they do is find 10% by putting 10 here, cross multiply and dividing, and they said we're going to take away $120 off the price. The second one, they thought of it as percentages. If we started with 100%, we subtract away 10%. They use the percent of 90 right here. So for the grand total of what we got, $1,080. So a couple of different ways you can think about these problems. All righty. So here's 4 problems. I'm going to do, what is the original cost? I don't want us to do this one. This one's confusing. All right, so I want you guys to do numbers 1, 2, and 3. You're subtracting away those percentages and make sure you read the question carefully. All right, everybody try these. Send me your answers, please. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, because of the lack of time, I'm going to go ahead and go through these. So just make sure you're taking good notes. All right, so number 1, a shirt is regularly priced at $42. It's on sale for 15% off. The question isn't what is the discount? The question is what is the sale price of the shirt? So I'm thinking $42 is 100% of the price, and they're subtracting away 15%, which means we will pay 85% of the price of the shirt. So if you think of it this way, this is a one-step problem. So all you have to do is figure out what is 85% of 42, and that price is $35.70. Now, if that percentage thing confuses you, it's fine. You can figure out what is 15% of 42, but then you make sure you subtract. Okay? Does that make sense? Either way you do it. And make sure those decimals in the right spot. If you ended up doing number 1 and your answer is $3,570, look at that original math sentence and say, that's impossible. How can we have a shirt on sale for $42 and it's over $3,000? Your answers have to make sense, right? And that answer would not be reasonable. All right, what about this? This is a huge discount. They're going to take 75% off. Wow. So we want to know how much are they taking off? That's what it's asking. What is the they want to know the final price. What is the discounted amount? Well, that's confusing. So what are they asking? I guess they're asking how much they're taking off this boat. What is the discounted amount? Okay. We'll answer both ways just to be safe. All right, so first of all, if they take 75% away from 100%, basically what we're doing is paying 25% of the boat, the original price, okay? So if they want to know how much is being subtracted from 15,000, we would have to figure out what 75% of 15,000 is first, which is 15,000 times 0.75. That would be $11,250 is what they're taking off the price. This is a huge discount. 75% is a huge discount. So then finally, if we want to know the final price of the boat, once they take off that very large amount, we are going to subtract it away, and our total price of the boat is only $3,750, right? That's a huge discount. I think I'll take it. Yes, Layla, thank you. All right, and then number 3, find the discount amount. See, that's confusing the way it's written. I wouldn't ask you a question like that. I would say, how much are they taking off? Or I would say, what is the final price? But this discount amount, it's a little confusing, but we'll figure it out. Now, it does say the discount amount and the total price. So they do want to know that, how much is being taken off. So there's a hotel that costs $129 a night, and there's a discount of 35% off of that. So we're going to subtract away 35%. So we're going to multiply by 0.35. So 129 times 0.35 is, they're going to take away $45.15 away from the original price. So that's the discount amount. And then for the total price, we literally have to subtract that off of $129. And what's the answer? Some of you already answered it. I haven't done it yet. The answer is $83.85. All right. Whew, that's a lot of work. Who got them all right? Anybody? Kaylee did. Peyton did. Karen did. Yes, Caitlin, good job. All right, you guys, let's see what else. We're almost done. We got a few more though. All right, and then here are the answers. So if you have to go back and try these on your own, guess what? I've given you the answers. All right, now some people work on commission. We talked about that the other day. So if you ever are a real estate agent, you will work on commission. Your salary will be based on how much the sale of a house is. Car salesman works on commission. Sometimes people who work in the jewelry business works on commission. So the more they buy or the more they sell to customers, the more money they get paid. So that's why sometimes salespeople seems a little pushy, because if you don't buy from them, they're not making as much money as they want. Okay. So this guy, a car salesman, makes 22% commission. His regular pay was $3,680. So this means he gets this much money regardless, plus he makes 22% commission on his sales. Does that make sense? So he can't make less than this. Even if he sells nothing, he's going to make this much money. But for everything he does sell, he's going to make 22% commission. Does it give us any more information? That seems like we're missing some information. Let's see. His regular pay was $3,680. So the question is, if the question asks for the commission amount, okay, so the commission amount by itself is 22% of $3,680. So in this situation, it would be $809.60. And then they're going to add that much money to his base pay. Does that make sense? So if we want to think about this base pay as being 100% of his salary plus 22%, so basically he makes 122% of his salary. So that's where this 122 comes from. And by cross multiplying and dividing, we would see that that week he made a total of $4,489.60. Okie dokie. All right. One more example here. Now, this real estate agent makes 4% commission on houses she sells. She sold a house for $280,000. So how are we going to find out how much commission she makes? What are we going to do with 4%? Somebody tell me. That's fine, Kaylee. Thank you, sweetie. How do I find 4% of that big number? Yep, we're going to multiply by 0.04. 0.04. So in our calculators, we are typing in $280,000 times 0.04. And somebody type to me, how much commission is this real estate agent making? Who knows? Who knows? Quickly. More than that. Good, Karen. Oh, try again, Tina Kate. Try again. We're multiplying by 0.04, guys. Put this in your calculator right here. Okay. All right. Y'all have calculators, right? Nevaeh, good. Jenna Kate, good. Yeah, she's making, just for selling this house, she's making $11,200 just for selling this one house. That's not bad for a day's work, is it? No, it's hard work selling houses. It takes more than one day for sure. But imagine if you sold 2 of these bad boys a month, you guys. We're making some money. I love it. I always thought it'd be fun to be a realtor. All right, so anyway, so you can do this. We're multiplying. We do 280,000 times 0.04. Someone's saying that they disagreed with the answer. 280,000, not $280, $280,000 for a house. Yeah, that's a lot of money, right? All right, so we could do it 2 ways. If they only want how much commission she makes, we're just going to do it this way. And then, yeah, we don't know. She didn't have a base salary, so that's the only way we can do this one. Okie dokie. All right, so it says, let's look at what might happen if we combine a few of these things. So here's one big problem. So on Friday, you have a multiple step situation that's similar to this one, okay? So make sure you're paying attention. A pair of shoes costs $79. Today, they're on sale for 35% off. In Georgia, there's a 7% sales tax. So this is a multi-step problem. The first thing we're going to do is figure out what the sales price is. So somebody help me. If $79 is 100% of the price, and they're going to subtract off of 135%, what percent of those shoes are we paying? What percent of those shoes are we paying? 65. We're going to pay 65% of that original price. So first thing we're going to do is figure out what the sales price is. And then what do we do with sales tax? Does it make the price go up or down? Sales tax is added, right? So first thing we're going to do is find 65% of $79. So they're going to charge us, what does it say? $51.35. That's the price of the shoes on sale before they add sales tax. And then we're going to have to add that sales tax. So either you can think of this now as 100% plus 7%. So now we're going to pay 107% of our sales price. However, that's probably a little confusing. So let's just find 7% of our sale price, which is, we're going to round it to the nearest penny, $3.59. And now what do we do with that sales tax? We add it to our sale price, right? So now we're going to add back that sale price of $51.35. And I got a total amount of money for $54.94. And that's for the shoes on sale and with sales tax. So it's a lot of work, but when you guys, so on Friday, you have a multi-step problem like this. So you got to do one step at a time. So those of you who thought, oh, they're going to take off 35%, but then they're going to add 7, I'm just going to add 35 and 7. And that's how much money. No, you have to do the percentages separately. You must do them separately. If you try to add the percentages or subtract the percentages together, it's not going to work. All right, I'm just making sure they agree with me. Yep, they got 54.94, which is what I got. 54.94. All right, any questions on that one? Okay. I know we only have 1 minute, but let me just finish telling you a couple things. All right, so guys, these are all great questions. I would love for all of you to go through these. I wanted you to try them. They're multiple steps, like what you're going to have to do on your own on Friday's assignment. So not only are these great questions, but I've also given you all the answers. So you have no excuse to say, oh, I don't even know how to do that because I don't know if the answer I get is right or not. You do. You have the answer. You have the answer. So I want all of you, just for extra practice, I want you to go through these. I want you to try these, check your answers. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your attention today. I'm going to have to make you a video because we didn't get to simple interest, and you will have to do simple interest on your assignment on Friday. So I will make you a video about that. So make sure you watch it before you do Friday's assignment. Everybody have a great day, and I shall see you tomorrow for social studies. Bye, everybody.